when you used to get upset, you used to take all your clothes off.
She still does that now.
Exactly. Nothing's changed. Yeah. You're the happiest that you've ever been. Boy or girl, it doesn't matter as long as you're happy. It's all about love. That's all that really matters in life. It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever experienced in my life. She pulls my trousers completely down. She went like this.
When she passed away, I had her phone and everything. And the last thing she had up was looking at our TikTok account.
Tearing up a bit, actually. Because I'd like her by my side now. Because we'll be doing it together.
Okay, this is TMI, but she grabs her boobs when she's frustrated.
But that's no
Do you do that?
Do I? Oh my God.
Hey guys, and welcome to our brand new podcast, The 3 AM Club, with me, Caitlin.
And me, Leah.
We'll be talking everything about our relationship and parenting and everything that comes along with that.
Pooey nappies.
Couple fights.
Screaming toddlers.
And sleepless nights. So you're going to hear all about our parenting adventures, the good, the bad, and the mad, as we become parents of 2.
And we'll also bring some amazing guests along for the ride.
We want to hear all about your parenting tips and hacks, funny stories, couple fails, and questions on our segment, The Midnight Mail. So welcome to the 3 AM Club. Hey guys, and welcome to the 3 AM Club with me, Caitlin.
And me, Leah. Today, we have a very, very exciting guest. It is my mum.
Oh, hi girls. Thank you for inviting me. So sweet of you.
I don't know if I'm going to regret this decision or think it was a really good decision.
Probably regret it. Yeah.
She's going to spill all the tea.
I'll try.
So if you watch this podcast or listen to the podcast, you'll know each time we start with a regular reality.
Yeah.
So what is your regular reality?
It's a bit embarrassing.
Go on.
I'm obsessed with Curly Whirlies.
So Curly Whirly the chocolate?
Yes.
Okay.
So I buy 2 packets of Curly Whirlies, and in the Curly Whirlies there's 5 in there. So all in all there's 10 Curly Whirlies. But what I do is I don't want to eat 10 Curly Whirlies because it's a bit excessive. And this is every day.
Just a little bit excessive,
yeah.
Mum.
I get the Curly Whirly and I just eat the chocolate and then I take out the caramel. So I have all this caramel and then I throw it away. That is my reality.
And you know what? I have this thing where I hate hearing people chew.
Oh, I'm terrible.
And when you're eating these Curly Whirlies, oh my God, it's awful. And you can tell when she's on the phone, we're like, are you eating your Curly Whirlies,
We know when
Mum?
she's eating these Curly Whirlies. Honestly, I really don't like it.
But if I don't get the Curly Whirlies, I get like a craving for it. So
She gets a withdrawal symptom.
I do.
But if you only eat the chocolate, why don't you just have chocolate?
I don't know. It's so weird. I think I like the chewing of the Curly Whirly.
But you don't chew it. You suck the chocolate off.
Yeah, I suck it, but then I do chew a little bit the Curly Whirly as well. Then,
Mum, I think you need to see someone about your obsession with Curly Whirlies because that is not normal. Moving on. What is our regular reality?
Well, actually, today we had the health visitor come over, but we forgot the health visitor was coming. So we were getting ready for this podcast. We were upstairs. Oakley had just fallen over and was crying. Bless him. Actually, he was really, really crying. Yeah. Lila then started crying and then the doorbell rings and I'm like, oh, it must be an Amazon parcel because we're always getting Amazon parcels. So I answered the door saying, would you mind leaving it on the doorstep? And she was like, it's the health visitor. Can I come in? I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the worst timing. So Leah went downstairs with Oakley, crying, opened the door to the health visitor. I'm upstairs trying to get Lila to like calm down and bring her downstairs.
And the dogs are barking.
Then the dogs start barking. Oh my gosh.
But it's like when a health visitor comes, you sort of want everything to be perfect because you've got that thing in the back of your head thinking like, oh gosh, the health visitor's here. Like they're going to judge. But honestly, she's so lovely.
She's so lovely.
But it all happens at once, doesn't it?
It always happens all at once.
It does.
So, Mum, what was I like growing up?
I have to be honest with you. The minute you came out, you was a stress ball. Oh, no. You were very, very stressed. You wouldn't be left at all. You couldn't just go like Oakley in the playpen or entertain yourself. You were continually stressed and you cried a lot. Actually.
Aww.
And did that carry on with me till I was older? Or
yeah, it did actually, a lot actually. And I don't know if you want me to say this,
Go on.
but when you was very, very small, when you used to get upset, you used to, in the car, take all your clothes off.
She still does that now.
Exactly. Nothing's changed.
I think I've just always been like a
Yeah, she used to, like, you heard of like temper tantrums.
Yeah.
Yeah, she used to get so upset in that car that she used to strip all her clothes off, which is not unusual now.
She still does it. That doesn't surprise me.
Caitlin, you didn't type this out right off my tongue.
You do start pulling at things though. You do start pulling at her clothes. She does. Yeah. She doesn't fully strip, but she does get like,
Caitlin, you didn't do this.
Okay, this is TMI, but she grabs her boobs when she's frustrated.
But that's not
Do you do that?
Do I? Do I do that too?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes, you do.
How do I?
You both do it, and I feel like
comfort.
How do we go?
yeah, Jacky walks around holding them.
Oh my God. I didn't think I did that anymore. Oh no.
Okay. I have to say, we've not noticed that with Oakley or Lyle. Well, definitely not little Lyle. But Oakley doesn't get annoyed and takes off his clothes.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Who would you say reminds you more of Leah, Oakley or Lila? So far, she's only 6 weeks, but...
Well, Lila's very chilled, isn't she? So I can't really say Lila, can I?
No.
Because she's a really good little girl, isn't she?
She's really good, bless her.
I suppose Oakley.
Definitely Oakley.
I suppose Oakley. Not really Lila.
Oakley's a little bit fiery as well, isn't he?
Yes, that's true. Oh, I've noticed that. He does a little bit of a fake cry. A little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes
He does.
He goes like...
yeah,
he does do a fake cry.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
I don't like to admit it, but sometimes it's questionable if it's a real cry.
Yeah,
or
to
not.
get his own way, he
Yeah.
But I feel like that's such a normal toddler thing
And you
to
know
do.
what? He's showing his personality. I love that.
Yeah.
He's showing him.
So, Mum, do I have any other embarrassing stories growing up? Go on, you can let loose. You can say what you want to say.
There must be some.
Oh my goodness. I remember one, I'll never forget it. We went on holiday.
Oh no, we've said this on the podcast. Boring.
No, this is the one that I remember because it happened
Paris, and I was
No,
just like,
I know what she's going to say.
This was the most embarrassing thing
This
I've
makes me sound
ever
awful.
experienced in my life.
This is
We're on holiday. They had like a lounge that you could go
Like
to.
a business lounge.
Like, in the hotel. And they had like drinks and food.
But it was very posh.
Yeah, it was very posh. Yeah, you're right. And it was really crowded because people, after like a long day, it was very hot, wanted to have some drink and a little bit of food. And there was loads of people behind us and we were in front. All of a sudden, she got hyper. She goes hyper, doesn't she? She has a hyper moment.
Yeah.
She pulls my trousers completely down. Everyone was staring. I felt like I needed the ground to swallow me up. She went like this. Like, what? It was so embarrassing.
Were your knickers just on loose?
Yeah, and everyone was just staring, didn't know what to say. It's like,
What made you do that?
she had a hyper moment.
So vivid that felt really, I don't know, it felt hyper. It was dead quiet in there. And I don't know why I did it, but I literally pulled a trust.
And the whole thing came down.
And what did you do?
Turn me off.
I just like screamed, ah! And I started
Did you pull them up quick? Or did
Of course
she...
I did. I
But
just
they
wanted
did go all the way down.
Yeah, I think she just wanted to do a tiny bit, but they were loose, so the whole lot dropped. It was so embarrassing.
What did your dad say?
Turn me off. I got really told off.
I don't blame you.
That was really
But Leah does
embarrassing.
that a lot. She tries to do that to me sometimes.
But I find Leah has these hyper moments, aren't they?
She
Between
does.
5 and 6. You've had that since you were a kid.
Oh,
And
not
she
anymore. The kids get that now.
She still gets her hyper moments though. She just goes crazy.
She
doesn't
does
she?
go crazy.
It's like all the energy that she's had in the day just
Yes.
gets let out at that time and
Yes.
she goes crazy.
And then you get the pranks that time as well.
Yes.
So this is a nice question.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you met Caitlin?
I do remember the first time, actually. You came to the house
Yeah.
and you were really shy. I remember that. And I remember Leah telling me, Caitlin's coming round and she's really, really shy. And hopefully I gave a good impression.
You did.
But I remember I wanted to make you feel very comfortable.
But she came over with a few other people.
That's right.
One of them
You
was
did you have
Connor.
a
One of them was
sleepover?
Connor.
Yeah.
That's right. And I remember I really wanted to see you. And
Why me?
Because I've heard about you a lot, and like Leah said, you're really shy and it's really hard for you to come around. So I really wanted to make an effort for you, and I loved you, honestly, the minute I saw you.
Oh, that's so cute.
And that's never changed since. That's a lovely memory of mine, meeting you for the first time.
And when I told you about me and Caitlin being a couple, how did you feel, honestly?
You didn't tell me, did you?
I don't remember.
I remember.
That's a surprise.
I wasn't there, but I remember. I remember you said you went upstairs and was laying in the bed with her and said something that you think you like me more than a friend or something. Because I remember you telling me.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And then your mum said, are you sure you're not lonely? Or are you sure it's not just...
It was very out of the blue, because before that, Leah's had boyfriend. So she gave me no warning in advance. She just suddenly come out and told me. So I think I must have said, are you sure, Leah? But then...
which is understandable.
But then I said, as long as you're happy...
You did.
And I really like Caitlin a lot, then I'm really happy for you. And I did say to you, I remember saying this to you, that you're the happiest that you've ever been.
Yeah, you did.
And that melts my heart. So I didn't mind, boy or girl, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're happy, that's all that really matters in life.
Do you have any advice for parents if their child does come out to them? Because I know some parents can like have different opinions and stuff, which is sad. But like, do you have any advice for parents?
I just think you need to look at the bigger picture. If your child's happy, then you need to accept the relationship. Because it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. It really doesn't matter. It's all about love. And as long as they're happy, that's all you should care about.
This episode is sponsored by Hinge, the dating app designed to be deleted.
One of the things I absolutely love asking people is how they met.
Oh yeah, I love a meet cute story.
And one thing I've noticed recently is that loads of people are meeting on Hinge, especially our queer friends who are big fans of the app because it's LGBTQIA+ friendly and actually has prompts specifically for queer daters.
And these prompts are designed in collaboration with GLAAD, which means you can connect with people based on similarities and shared interests.
For example, one of the prompts I love is, the first time I knew I was gay was...
Oh, that's a really good one. If I was answering that, I would say the first time I knew I was gay was when I met you.
Well, I'm definitely sending you a like for that.
So remember guys, you can download Hinge and show off your full self using their LGBTQIA+ prompts.
Oh, I'm so excited for all those new daters out there who are going to find love.
Me too. Right, let's get back to the podcast. Now, we have been doing social media for what?
I think it's 4 years officially, yeah.
And I lived with my mum. And my mum didn't know this was my job.
No.
Till about 2 years ago.
Yes.
And I remember vividly telling her that this was our job.
Leah was working at Greg's and we were actually going roller skating in a park and Leah's mum was coming with us. And we were in the car on the way and Leah thought, oh, I'm going to just tell my mum that I think I'm going to leave Greg's and start doing social media full time. And before this, you had no idea about any of it, did you?
She never spoke about it.
No, you'd never. I don't think you'd even watched our TikToks.
No,
nothing.
I didn't even have TikTok. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't speak about it is because you, before now, you were so anti-social media. You hated it. You didn't have Facebook. Right. You didn't believe in it. You absolutely despised it. So I just didn't tell you. Yeah. So I said to you, Mum, I'm going to leave my job and I'm going to, you know, do social media. And your reaction was actually, no, you're not. That is the worst decision you're ever going to do. Like, Greg's have been so good to you. You can't. And I understand why you did that because obviously growing up, I had anxiety.
Yes.
And Greg's was the real only job that I stuck at.
That's right.
And I was there for what? 3-4 years and I got along with the manager and I loved everyone there.
Yes.
So you were like, no, you can't do it. And I was like, Mum, we've been doing it. I've been doing it on the side as Greg's. Like, I've been making money from it.
And at this point, it kind of got to a point where we had to make a decision, didn't we? She either had to leave Greg's and we actually put our all into it, or you kind of shuffle, like do a bit of both.
But it was very hard
really
to juggle.
hard to do both, yeah.
And you were like, no. And then I was texting Caitlin saying, I'm saying, no, I can't do it. Like, what should I do? And you were like, Leah, you love social media. Like, we can really try and do this properly. So I made the decision to leave. And you still say to me, to this day, it's the best decision you've ever made.
I was just about to say that. But you have to understand that I never had social media. I didn't understand it. You never spoke about it. And suddenly you dropped that on me that you were going to leave Greg's because you suffered with anxiety for many, many years, and I saw all your struggles. So for me, I was worried for you, definitely, because there was no talk about it before, and I had no idea what it was. So I was very worried. I was. And I said, are you really sure you want to do that?
And a lot of family members, not just you, I think everybody said to me, do not leave Greg's.
It was like, it'll be the worst thing you ever do. And
yeah. How wrong were we?
Yeah.
So what did you think then when she started doing it and you knew about it? What did you think about it?
Well, I have to say, the only family member that supported you was my dad.
Yeah, Pop Lawrence.
He was your greatest supporter right from the beginning.
I remember at the time we must have had, 2,000 followers right at the very beginning, and my grandpa had a history of working in TV and film and producing, and he was writing emails to Channel 4 saying, Caitlin Leah doing these TikToks, they're incredible, like you need to look at them. And then he would be showing all of his friends. He would write into so many different production companies.
But then what's actually crazy is after he sadly passed away, we actually did work with Channel 4.
Did you?
Yeah. So it was crazy.
I've still got that TikTok on my phone of my dad.
So do we.
And I do still look at it. He would be so incredibly proud of you.
He would have loved it. Like, who would have thought, like, how he acted when we had 2,000 followers?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Now, what would he be doing?
That's so true.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Well, he was just so proud of both of you.
So you went from not agreeing with social media, hating it, to then having a TikTok of your own. And absolutely begging me all the time when you used to, Leah, can you film this TikTok with me?
Yeah. How life has changed. I can see how social media have helped you in life and made you more confident. I know you're not that confident, but it has actually helped you. There is a different side to social media, which I don't like. You've done the documentary on it about the hate, which as a parent, and I'm getting upset about it, but also your mum, Caitlin. Do you remember we had the documentary?
Yeah.
Tearing up a bit, actually. Because I'd like it by my side now.
Of course.
Because we'll be doing it together. That side of it is unacceptable. They don't know you as people. I find them cowards. They talk about you. They don't know you. They see a 2-minute video. That side I don't like. But I feel like you've matured through that. I mean, does the hate still affect you?
So it affects you more than it affects me,
which is actually switched. Yeah, it does. I feel like I've noticed I have received more hate more recently since, I don't know, I think maybe I've only noticed it or it's affected me more since my mum passed away and being pregnant.
Oh, that upsets
because
me.
I don't know, it's just like an extra thing to add to it that just kind of brings me down. But no, I don't think it affects us as much as it used to.
Caitlin, what was your mum's reaction when you started social media?
Well, my mum knew about it way before you did, didn't she?
She did.
We would speak to my mum about it all the time. She would give us TikTok ideas. She even at one point, like right at the very beginning, wanted to be logged into our account so she could help us answer comments.
Did. She was logged into
That's
her
what
account.
I mean.
And what happened when she was
So
logged
she was
in?
logged into our account, helping us answer comments because she was so into it. She really wanted to help us.
Oh.
And then we went on her phone one day and she'd accidentally been reporting all our videos.
No way. I can imagine your mum doing that.
So we
by
were
mistake.
like, Mum, you can't have access to our account. You're accidentally reporting our videos. And we'd actually had our account blocked a few times. So maybe it was her by accident. But she loved it, didn't she?
But we say Pop Lawrence was our biggest supporter, Pop Lawrence and your mum. Because your mum, I remember every morning at breakfast would ask us about TikTok. And she'll write down all ideas for us. She'll say, you've got to go on live, girls. You've got to interact with people.
I remember that. She used to talk to me about you going on live. Yeah,
she was very, very into it. And then she used to also actually like go on this like TikTok counter and watch our followers and stuff. And like she was really, really into it. But what's quite sad is when she passed away, I had her phone and everything and I was going through her phone and I went onto the Safari and the last thing she had up was looking at our TikTok account, which made me really emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but she was definitely like so into it, wasn't she? She never was against it. She was always very much into it.
She told every single family member, like whenever they came round, she'd mention our TikTok to literally everyone. She did honestly love TikTok. She wasn't so good at being on our TikTok. She didn't like that, but she liked watching.
Yeah, and being involved. And we would be in bed at night time and we'd just constantly be getting notifications of her sending us TikTok ideas.
Yeah.
I actually remember having lots of discussions with Anna, actually, and showing her videos that I thought you should do and what she thought you should do. I remember that.
Do you know what I remember? I remember when we hit 1 million followers. We literally was waiting up all night to hit 1 million, and then we ran into your mum's room. Like, we hit 1 million.
Like, she stayed up as well for it and everything.
And do you remember when we were in your garden?
For the 3 million.
2 million, that was.
So for 2 million, we hired out this like globe in the garden.
It was like a little dome, and we all, like us, it was me, you, my mum, Nana Thelma, and we all was in there like having a little party.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, you put on, we hit it, and you put on, what was it, the song?
Congratulations.
Celebration time.
That's right.
Or was it, what was that one? Congratulations
one as well. I wish she was here now. I really
Of
do.
course. So, Mum, what was it that actually got you to do your own TikToks?
I think you both persuaded me to, actually.
I remember the first video we did, and it went viral.
Really?
The first video was Connor was in the room as well.
That?
Yep. There was a filter in it, like, so she turned around and it was me.
I remember that.
So it's like the whole thing of her looking at herself when she was younger, but that version was me.
Yeah.
Do you remember? And it got like 1 million in one day, and you became obsessed.
I don't know if I was obsessed.
You were very, very, very into it. For
Was
sure.
I?
Yeah, you loved it.
And we did some very questionable trends, and
That's right.
What questionable trends?
like there was a trend where it's like woof woof woof.
That's
woof,
right.
woof.
I remember that.
Do you remember we did the trend of the boobs? The different size boobs.
I feel like this podcast should be called the 3 AM Club plus boobs, because that's all we talk about.
I actually can't believe that I actually did that. If I looked at myself in younger years and said, well, you're going to be doing a video and showing the different size boobs we have, I would have said, you're off your head.
How weird does that video sound if no one had seen this
I need to
video,
see that video.
and saw the context behind
Yeah.
it? It's like, why were they doing a video
No.
showing their different size boobs?
I have to admit,
can't believe
TikTok has changed so much. Like,
Yes.
they're the sort of things people did, like showing how, you know, their boob size
It was
is
like
different.
a thing where you bend over, wasn't it? It was like,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah, we did have
boom.
clothes on though. Let's just get that
Yeah, we
right.
were fully dressed.
I can't believe I got you to do that. I literally cannot believe it. And
I
don't
can't
think
believe I did
I
it.
don't think I persuaded you that much.
I said, okay,
either.
then let's do it.
Yeah, your
remember-
answer was always, well, if it helps you out.
That is it. And I remember Anna saying as well, come on, Jacky, you can do it.
She wouldn't do it, but she'd let you do
Yeah,
it.
but I got in my mind, if it helps you, then I'll do anything to help
Yeah,
you.
like I remember my nan, so my mum's mum, she's a bit more reserved, and sometimes would be like to my nan, can you get in the video? She'd be like, no. And then my mum would be like, Mum, it helps the girls out, you're doing it.
True.
And then she'll be like, okay. And then she'll do it. She'll be like, oh no.
It's true. I can't believe I did that.
I know.
But I do enjoy it. I have to say that I have to put my hands up. I actually don't know how to do the videos.
No, she doesn't know how to edit, film, nothing. It's all
Connor is
me.
amazing. He always helps me. I have to say
It's Connor.
that.
It's 90% Leah, but
I'm
it's Connor.
sorry, I've done the majority.
No, I'll say equal. And
Maybe since I've had kids and I've had less time.
That's right.
You used to meet up with Connor sometimes if Leah was with me. Like, you met up with Connor
When
and
you
you'd
were on
make
holiday,
TikToks.
when you was on holiday, we did it. Do you remember
Yeah.
Connor in our garden?
That was so
Yeah,
cute.
I remember that. We went in the garden
Yeah.
and we done videos. I remember that. Well, Connor's, I have to say it, girls, I'm sorry, but Connor's my bestie too, not just yours. He is. He
Yeah,
really,
he is.
Yeah,
really
Connor's
is.
just like, I don't think we can get through a podcast without talking
But it's
about
true, it's
Connor.
just
Connor's
incredible.
literally just the main topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Connor's
We're
the
all
main
obsessed with
character,
him.
basically.
Yeah.
Connor like brings us all alive.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. Before we go on to the next segment, how have me and Caitlin changed over the years? And don't say I've got to be honest, because you keep saying I've got to be honest. Or can I just say?
I would have said that. Actually.
What can I just say?
Yeah. I don't know if people know this about you, but you have anxiety. You're quite shy. You're quite reserved.
She's looking at me the whole time. Is this aimed at me?
Both of you, actually.
But have we, this question about how have we changed?
So
is this...
I think going on social media has helped you so much. To be honest, to go on it is a very scary thing to do, to open up your life. And I'm just so incredibly proud of you that you're doing that, and you're showing every day that, you know, parenthood and the struggles you have. I do think you've become more positive and more confident. Still not brilliant with the confidence, but it's really helped you a lot. Definitely, it's the best decision you made.
See, I say it's helped us, but then obviously last week, Caitlin obviously couldn't come with me because she was looking after the kids, but I had to go to an event. And I took my mum with.
Oh, that's true.
And at this event, you're meant to film and you're meant to take pictures. And I was petrified. I hadn't been to an event with other influencers for about, I don't know, 3-4 years. And I remember my mum just walked in front of me and I'm like, Mum, don't walk in front, you've got to walk next to me. She was like, Leah, I'm literally in front of me. Like, no, you've got to literally be right next to me, Mum.
I said to Leah, did you speak to anyone? She was like, no.
I was so scared. And then I thought to myself, before this event, I've come really far
that you
with
actually
anxiety.
went.
But I was petrified. I was absolutely petrified.
To even go was a massive, massive thing for you because Kate is like your comfort blanket.
Yeah.
And I knew you'd be worried, but I was so proud of you. First of all, it's the first time you left the children, which is a big, big thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, we had to go on the train. It wasn't near to us. And then we found it hard to find the toilet. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine Leah being scared to even ask where the toilet is.
I did
Yeah,
it.
she
Of
asked.
course
Did you?
I had to ask.
Yeah, I bet you had to ask everything.
Yeah, I did
And I was
actually.
so thirsty and I said, Mum, can you pass?
Yeah, she wouldn't actually move.
No, I don't know. Do you know what? I've not felt like that anxious for so long. But I said to my mum, these people, other influencers, must have thought I was so rude. Because I just had my face down. But to people that don't know, it can look rude. And I think I was more anxious because I wasn't with Caitlin.
That's
and
right.
we always do everything together.
Yes.
Especially work.
Yeah.
But Leah, after you went, was you proud of yourself? Because you did it.
So after, this goes back to the stripping thing again. So after we left, we went on the train. But before we got on the train, we went to the
you stripped when you got to the train?
Listen, so we left early and then we went to the shops, got a few things, got some things for you, got some things for me. Me being me, I couldn't wait till we got home to try them on.
Oh, yes.
So I'm in the train station.
It's true.
You're joking.
And I take off my top.
Yeah.
And I try on this new top.
Yeah.
And as I try on this new top, like literally my bra, this sweet little girl comes up to me and asks for a picture.
Oh my, Leah, you're so impatient.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Hinge, the dating app designed to be deleted.
So obviously we've been together for 8 years and we're not looking for love online.
Correct. We're happily married.
But hear me out, I do think if we were single now, we'll use Hinge to find love.
We've got loads of friends that use Hinge, don't we?
Yeah, especially our queer friends who love the app because it's LGBTQIA+ friendly and actually has prompts specifically for queer daters.
And these prompts are designed in collaboration with GLAAD to help you show off your true self so you can connect with someone who really appreciates you for you.
I actually want to play a little game.
Okay.
So, let's pretend you're on Hinge. How would you answer the prompt? I wish I could tell the younger version of myself.
I would say, I wish I could tell the younger version of myself, try not to worry so much about other people's opinions of you.
Oh, I love that. So remember guys, you can download Hinge and show off your full self using their LGBTQIA+ prompts.
And let us know if you find love on Hinge. Back to the pod. So now it's time for our weekly segment, which we do on the podcast called Midnight Mail, where our viewers message us and give us questions, advice, all of that kind of stuff. So they have some questions for you.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Remember guys, you can get in touch too. Just send us an Instagram message at the 3am Club podcast.
If either of your kids developed an eating disorder, what would your initial thoughts be and how would you support them? So how did you help Leah when she had an eating disorder?
It was a very, very stressful time. I just tried to give her as much love and understanding as I could, really.
And how would you like suggest to help other?
Definitely get professional help, and definitely find out how your daughter is or your son is and the best ways to help them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for anyone, Leah?
I would just say 9 times out of 10, an eating disorder normally stems from something. So don't just focus on the eating. Focus on like the root of why they're not eating, or they're overeating, or have any issues with eating personally.
Yeah, because I remember when my mum first found out that I had an eating disorder, she thought that the way to cure it was just to feed me.
Which is probably the opposite,
Which
isn't it?
is, yeah, if you have, for example, anorexia, being underweight is a side effect of like the, but it's not the main thing. Like it's obviously caused by something, and you need to kind of like, as Leah said, get to the root of it and try and, I definitely, recommend professional help because it's very hard to do it on your own.
Proud of you two, though.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so someone said, I have a question about Oakley and Lila. When they start talking, will they call both of you the same name, like mum or mummy, or will you go by a different name?
So when we first had Oakley, we thought that one of us would be mum and one of us would be mummy. But at the moment, we're both mummy. So we don't have any idea what we're going to be called, but we've decided we're going to let them decide.
Yeah,
that's good.
We'll let them decide
That's
when they're
perfect.
older.
Yeah.
I think for now we'll be mummy 1, mummy 2. And then when they get older and they don't want to call us mummy, it can be mum 1, mum 2. And
Yeah,
then,
like literally whatever they want to call us.
Yeah.
It can be up to them. Leah, you said you would rather be mum 2, but I feel like they probably wouldn't call us
when
mum
have I ever
2.
said I want to be mum 2?
Because you like even numbers.
Yeah, but I've never said this.
You said this the other day.
Really?
Yeah, do you not remember? You said, oh, I want to be mum 1, and then you went, actually, no, mum 2, because I like even numbers.
That makes sense. You would say that.
Yeah.
Gosh, I just sound so weird on this podcast.
You are weird.
So, Leo, you've always just called me mum when you were younger and who you are now.
So she never called you mummy?
No,
or-
always mum.
What is like alternative? Mama?
Mummy.
Mummy.
Mamazita?
Yeah.
Okay, at what age was Leah most difficult growing up?
Oh.
2 to 3.
Really?
Not teenage.
2 to 3, a teenager.
No, the toddler stage.
Why? Give us some
Because
example.
you was very unsettled. You wasn't like calm and relaxed.
What
and
did I used to do about my bed
cried a
sheet?
lot. You needed those bed sheets with no creases in them.
I wish she was like this now.
It had to be.
I wish.
It had to be perfect.
And what would happen if there was a crease?
You used to get very upset, and it was sometimes very hard to get it perfect. But that didn't last very
But I've
long.
always said you've stopped at 2 kids because I was too difficult.
Definitely not. Don't be so silly. Of course not.
So, Mum, before you go, can you give one bit of advice for anyone listening on the 3am Club? And this can literally be any advice.
Well, you're not going to like it because you don't like me saying this, but you should sleep when the baby sleeps.
We hate
That's
that
my advice. That's my advice.
That's not
so
doable.
hard though. Like especially with 2. So every time Lila sleeps,
We're just like, good night.
good night, Oakley, you go play by yourself.
I know, but if the housework can wait, if they are both asleep, I do think that you should have that little sleep. I do
But
think
then
that.
that's like our only free time to get anything done.
I know,
Yeah.
but everything else can wait. The sleep is the most important thing. That's the advice I would give. If you possibly can, or if you just sit down on the furniture, not to do anything, just have some time to yourself in that time that they're asleep.
Yeah. It's good advice. It's just very hard to take it.
So, Mum, how have you found being on the podcast?
I've really enjoyed it. I have to be honest, I was a little bit nervous. But it's lovely to discuss things with you, actually. It's lovely to see you in your environment, and I really enjoyed it, so thank you.
I think my mum thought it was like bigger than what it was, and like it's such a big deal because she came in the house and she was so formally dressed.
Yeah, we were like, Jacky, what are you doing?
I wore like a
wears
skirt to hair.
yeah.
I never wear skirts. I didn't know what to ask. But to be honest, Leah, I did tell you what I was going to wear, and what did you say?
Sounds lovely, Mum.
There you go. And then I come in and you both said, are you going to a wedding?
You looked lovely, but we were like, I don't think you need to be that dressed up, Jacky.
No, you were very dressed up. I mean, I'm like going to a beach today.
And I'm in just the most plainest outfit.
But can I just say, I really want to say this. That I'm so...
Mum, you almost say, can I just say?
No.
Yes, you can say
Thank
it.
you. I'm so proud of you both. You're wonderful, incredible parents. And I love Caitlin just as much as I love you, Leah.
I know, you say this like
I do.
20 times.
It's so
And
sweet.
seeing you as parents melts my heart. And thank you for letting me be such a big part of their lives. It's just incredible being a nana. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give it up for Mumsy.
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 I can't clap. I'll
Mumsy.
clip.
Oh, that sounds very strange to me. But thank
cute,
you.
Mum.
Thank you for inviting me.
So guys, thanks so much for joining us at the 3am Club.
Make sure to subscribe to the show on YouTube, as well as follow and listen on Spotify or your podcast app of choice.
And feel free to give a like, leave a comment and a really nice review.
And remember, you're part of the 3am Club too, so make sure to send in your parenting advice, tips, anything like that over at the 3am Club podcast.
Bye.
Do it really dramatic.
Why do I have to do dramatic? You're not doing it. I have to.
It's gotta be like-
I've noticed that. You're just,
Just do it, man.
okay.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye.